Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Gamefromscratch, and today we are checking out Project Titan from Epic Games. Now, what exactly is this? Well, this is a project, a community project, basically to do virtual world development. It was open to a number of different people. There were prizes available, and here you can see the end result, the actual game that is generated from Project Titan. Let's go ahead and we'll race into the world. So here you can see the world that was created. Now, there's a number of different zones and regions and art styles. And you'll also notice as I switch between areas, it chugs a little bit. So the performance of this could be a little bit on the subpar side of things, but you're going to see just basically a large number of different environments and qualities. By the way, this is all under the standard license, so you can download and use anything you see here according to that typical license. So you can see, again, this is a small subsection of the world because, again, a variety of different people worked together on this project, all had kind of different goals in mind. It was all coordinated by, there were project managers, etc., that were coordinating the work. But you get an idea, this is a small part of the world itself. So I go ahead over here and hit the tab key. You can see the map of the world. You got various different options available there. Again, it does chug at times, so let's go ahead and we will exit out of that completely. And here we are in the actual project itself. So this is opened up. This is the Titan main map. You're going to notice if you come into this, you have a world of content here. So go to the blueprints. You've got a number of different objects available for you. For example, that character we were working with right there. We've got various different things to use to create the level, various different pieces in the level, and so on. There is a ton of assets in this particular thing, and then of course we go down here to the environment, and you're going to find a variety of different things, such as the foliage collection here. We got a number of different things that can be used, and again, you could export these out to your own project easily enough, like so, or again, you can create and modify the world just as easily by dropping something into it. Now you're noticing we are in a very small section of the world, and if I zoom up, you're going to see all the various different biomes that are available. So we got like Mount Doom going on over there. We got some floating island forest areas and so on. So let's turn our zoom speed way up, and then we're now over here in Mount Doom. Now you might notice that Mount Doom looks pretty awful. Well, that is because it is LOD level. So what you do is come on in here and we will load the selected region, and it will then bring in this particular area for us. This can take a little bit of time and it's a little janky until the shaders load, so I will pause for a second. All right, so here we are about 3 minutes later. Let's zoom on down. All the procedural generation stuff happened. You can see, again, you get a little chugginess when you first load a new area in. An idea of this world biome, though. So we got towers and environments again. So all the assets you are seeing here, though, are, again, under the standard license, which is pretty cool. At the same time, you can see when you load into a new area, it does get a little bit on the chuggy side, because this is I would say it's a somewhat unoptimized level, but I do like the art style for being, such a large collaborative project. It actually has a pretty consistent style to it. So whoever the art direction was, they did a pretty good job of keeping everybody on more or less the same page for how things work. Now, I'm in the wrong area, so this area isn't loaded in. Let's go back over here to where we actually loaded it in, get above the world, and here you can see, again, the stuff going on here. So sadly, Mount Doom does appear to actually bridge a couple of different zones. So if I wanted to see the entirety of it, I'd have to load everything in around it. I'd have to load in like this zone, and this zone. I'm not going to do that. We only have the one part of it. But you get an idea of what this ultimately looks like and what this project is all about. And again, it is huge. So let's go quick travel through our world. Again, we're seeing ultra low proxy versions of things. But here we are. It's the one corner of the world map. And it goes all the way over to this corner here. Again, multiple different biomes going on here. So there is the opposite corner, like so. And finally, we go down here past Mount Doom, of which I loaded this little section in. I head on over here. So it gives you an idea of the world you're dealing with. And again, everything you see here is included in this project. And that might actually tell you something. This project is not little. It is actually quite large. Let's get over to those details now. So it is available up on Fab. Once you have it, let's come on down here and let's find it. So Titan, and here we are, Project Titan right there. And can you see that number right down there? Yeah, that's 81 gigabytes. It is a create project type project, so you download it and then it will create a project for you. So that obviously means that you have to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 160 gigabytes of storage space to go ahead and check this one out. So yeah, pretty big that way. Again, it is up on the Fab Marketplace. The cool thing about it, once again, is it is under the standard license, so you should be able to use the assets how you wish. Though, let's see. Creators indicated that the digital assets promote a brand or otherwise. Okay, that's no big deal. And it doesn't use any AI. So yeah, you could theoretically use these however you wish going forward. So there's a little bit of details about how it was created. Another thing that you're going to want to note is the supported engine version is Unreal Engine 5.5. So that would be the current version. Just so you know, you're going to need to use the current version of Unreal Engine to open this guy up. And your minimum recommended specs are actually kind of BS, because you saw how it ran on my system. 64 gigs of RAM, a mobile GeForce 4090, and 16 gigs of VRAM. And you saw some chugginess. So on these specs, could be interesting, because it's so large. It's 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers open world map. There is, again, a character controller in there to run around in the world and check things out. There's no real game to the game, but you get an idea of the different biomes that were created in Project Titan. So yeah, here we go. A couple other areas. So you do get kind of they did a good job in my opinion. I'm curious about yours, but they kept the art style kind of to that, I don't know, I hate calling it the World of Warcraft style, but it's very World of Warcrafty to me. So that was the end result of what they came up with. If you wish to learn more about Project Titan itself, they do have a blog post up about it. So it was a unique challenge that posed a simple question: what would happen if we got thousands of artists and developers together for one epic collaborative art jam? The answer to that question saw over 4,000 challengers sign up to contribute to Titan's spectacular open world landscape. 64 square kilometers in size, comprised 9 different biomes packed full of imaginative characters and assets. Now that world is open to you to explore and learn from. Check out the sizzle reel below to find out what you can expect to discover in this sample. I'd like to give a big shout out to all those who participated in the art jam. You rock. You can check some of the stunning artwork contributed by these talented artists in the ArtStation Titan Art Blast. And then there's a detail here about how it was actually created. A little bit more. This was a talk at Unreal Fest Prague 2024. So watch that video there. And yeah, a little bit more kind of talking about it. And then training videos over the course of the project's 10 weeks. Epic and game industry experts provided participants with support through 56 training videos that covered many of the areas of game development. Those videos are gold dust for anyone looking to create expansive open worlds with tips, tricks, and nuggets of advice straight from the minds of game development professionals. You can watch the tutorial recordings on the Epic developer community. Use them as a tool to learn the ropes and sharpen your world building skills. That's all for now. We hope you enjoyed the sample project and sifting through the learning content. And so you can grab it again today. It is available up on Fab. As I mentioned earlier on, it is 81 gigabytes in size. So it is not something you are going to download idly. But it's a very cool project. I love these huge community collaborative projects. And again, I got to give credit to the art direction people. They've made it very consistent across all of the various different biomes that are available here. But yeah, that is the end result of the community effort on Project Titan. Let me know what you think. And if you run this on your own computer, how was your performance? Do you find these specs they talked about right here, that was a pipe dream? Or did you run it on something similar specs to this and it worked out fine? I'd be curious to know. Let me know. Comments down below. Talk to you all later. Goodbye.